Remember how 4 terrorists were neatly eliminated and intercepted by India's security forces at a toll plaza in Jammu last week? Well, we now know the other chapter in this truly terrifying story. Security forces on Sunday evening have detected and uncovered a 150-meter long tunnel near the international border in J&K's Samba sector just south of Jammu. This is the 150-meter tunnel that the terrorists crawled through from the Pakistani side to enter India. The Border Security Force has stated that the 20-foot tunnel could have been used by 4 Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists to cross the border and infiltrate into Jammu on the intervening night of Thursday last week. After being detected, they were eliminated, remember, by the security forces at the Ban Toll Plaza in Jammu's Nagrota. They could very easily have given security forces the slip. The tunnel had steps built inside, and the BSF, which inspected the tunnel, also found sandbags with markings of a Karachi-based factory.
Right now we are standing just meters away from the international border in Jammu Samba sector, and yesterday a massive search operation was launched here in Samba sector by the BSF as well as by the Jammu and Kashmir police, and after hours of search operation finally a tunnel was detected. There you can see the terror tunnel. This was detected by the BSF based on the inputs that were provided to them by the Jammu and Kashmir police. And the 4 Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists who had infiltrated on the intervening night of November 18 and 19 had infiltrated through this tunnel. They had used this tunnel to infiltrate into Jammu and Kashmir, and this is a new modus operandi of Pakistan. Now it's pushing terrorists through tunnels into Jammu and Kashmir so that they can create mayhem in Jammu and Kashmir. On November 19 in the wee hours, based on a specific input, our brave security forces gunned down 4 Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists on Jammu-Srinagar National Highway near Ban Toll Plaza. And after that, investigations were carried out, and the gadgets that were found from the terrorists, based on that, investigations were carried out. And later on, it was found that the terrorists had infiltrated through a tunnel, and then a massive search operation was launched. And yesterday in the afternoon, this tunnel was detected by the border security forces here in Jammu's Samba sector. This tunnel is 150 meters long, and the entry point of this tunnel is there right on the other side of the international border on the Pakistani side, and the exit point is here from our side on the international border. So you can clearly see that the Pakistani posts are just meters away from this particular spot, and it's clear that Pakistani rangers have facilitated this infiltration of the Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists. So you can see that Pakistan is once again trying to escalate tensions here at the international border as well as at the line of control. We are now being joined by the Inspector General of BSF Jammu Frontier, Mr. N.S. Jamwal. Mr. Jamwal, first of all, thanks for speaking to India today. Sir, a terror tunnel has been detected here along the international border in Samba sector. What details can you tell us?
This is, I think, 9th or 10th tunnel that we have detected so far along this border. This tunnel is about 150 meters starting from the Pakistan territory and exiting on the Indian side. The depth of the tunnel is about 25 to 30 feet below the ground level, and the opening on the Indian side is 2 to 3 feet diameter. So a person can travel inside and exit on the Indian side. And if you look at the territory on the Pakistan side from where the tunnel has been dug, there is a thick foliage of trees and heavy sarkanda from where they have dug this tunnel. So observation in that area is difficult, and there is a proper engineering effort that has gone in making of this tunnel, which shows that there is involvement of the Pakistan establishment, the security forces on that side. And it has been made by some very well-trained person with a criminal set of mind.
So some equipment, tools have also been used.
Yes, it's not possible otherwise to dig that kind of a tunnel.
Manually, it's not possible.
It's manually in the sense that some expert who is really in digging the tunnel, he has done this job.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Jamwal, yesterday we saw that when search operation was going on inside the tunnel, Karachi made sandbags were recovered. Today also search operation was done. What else has been recovered from inside the tunnel?
Besides the sandbags, there are certain wrappers of biscuit packets have been found, which shows their date of manufacture is May 2020 and the expiry is 17th November 2020. So if you look at the date of encounter at Nagrota was I think the 18th or 19th of November. So besides the sandbag, there are certain digging tools which also have been found, like a rope, some planks, and a few other equipments which are used for making of the tunnel. Those also have been detected here.
So a lot of man's power has been used in the creation of this tunnel. Now, it's a separate question about how the creation of this tunnel itself is probably an intelligence failure on the Indian side, but that is not the time to discuss that aspect of it. Let's just show you where exactly this tunnel is. 20 feet deep and 150 meters long. Not a small tunnel by any stretch of imagination. This is the Samba sector, and this is where, remember, this part is the line of control. This part is the international border, and here is where the tunnel, which is 150 meters long, starting on the Pakistan side, across the international border, and then into India. So if you look at it, if you assume that it is of equal distance on both sides, then one would have to think that this is about 750 meters on either side, 75 meters on either side, and then finally reaching the Indian side. So it's incredible that you had 4 guys crawling a whole 150 meters across the international border and reaching the Indian side undetected, and then they were able to mount their attempted terror attack, and of course they were intercepted. The journalist who has gone right up to that tunnel, who's been reporting from there, who just sent us a report from there, is India Today's Sunilji Bhatt, who's reporting from the Samba sector. Sunilji, you were right there. You saw that tunnel. I think you even managed to get inside it. Describe your experience. This was the tunnel that was used by these 4 terrorists.
Absolutely, Shiv. As far as this tunnel is concerned, as the Inspector General of BSF Jammu Frontier, NS Jamwal, told us that this kind of tunnel cannot be built without the help of some engineering effort or some expert. So it's clear that Pakistani agencies have provided logistics help. They have provided support to these Pakistani terrorists. And Shiv, it's very interesting to know that the starting point of this tunnel is right near the Pakistani post on the other side of the international border. So clearly Pakistani Rangers have facilitated this kind of infiltration. And Shiv, when I saw that tunnel, clearly it cannot be done manually and it cannot be done without the support of some experts. And Shiv, this is a new kind of modus operandi that we are seeing, that now tunnels are being dug because there is, security has been beefed up all along the international border as well as the line of control, right since when Article 370 was abrogated, because Pakistan was always looking for an opportunity to create mayhem in Jammu and Kashmir, to push more terrorists into Jammu and Kashmir. But now a big democratic exercise is going to take place in Jammu and Kashmir from November 28. DDC elections are taking place and Pakistan desperately wants to derail the democratic process in Jammu and Kashmir. But luckily this time, Shiv, all the 4 terrorists who had infiltrated through this tunnel were neutralized on time, and this tunnel was also detected. But Shiv, the question is that why was these terrorists were not able, why were these not there, as some people are raising concerns that there is some sort of intelligence failure. But Shiv, as you said, that this is not the right time to discuss that. But the point is that in the coming days, the IGBSF has clearly told me that in the coming days there will be more efforts from the Pakistani side to push more terrorists into Jammu and Kashmir.
No, just look at those pictures. You can see a man, this is a BSF soldier who's just demonstrating what the entry point of this tunnel actually looks like. It broadens as you go in, and is 20 feet deep in the ground, so can't be detected from the surface. So there's no sound of any kind, no vibrations of any kind when it was actually being dug by, as Sunilji Bhatt said, agencies in Pakistan which were helping the terror groups. Meanwhile, the driver of the truck, remember, once they got through that tunnel, they got into a truck in which the Jaish terrorists were hiding, is still at large. Nobody knows where the driver is. Security forces are on high alert as it is feared that Pakistan may try to push in more terrorists. They failed to push in these 4, so obviously they will be pushing in more right before the DDC elections in Jammu and Kashmir. JNK's DGP Dilbag Singh yesterday said that Pakistan had attempted to send 2 drones from the international border in the Samba sector for surveillance. He added that the 4 Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists who infiltrated on Wednesday night were carrying gadgets with them in which the route map to reach the highway was saved. Security forces have now asked for a full-body truck scanner at checkpoints in the Kashmir Valley. Remember, this truck was on its way from Jammu to Srinagar.
टेक्निकल गैजेटरी पाकिस्तान की जो लॉन्चिंग टीम है आईएसआई की और पाकिस्तान आर्मी की, वो इनको पहले से रूट उसके अंदर फीड करके देती है। उसी जीपीएस का इस्तेमाल करते हुए हमने भी उस रूट को निकाला, जिससे पूरा पता चलता है कि पहले से उसके अंदर कौन सा रूट फिक्स था, जो इनको पाकिस्तान के एंट्री पॉइंट से लेकर के टनल के ओपनिंग पॉइंट से लेकर के इनको हाईवे तक पहुंचाएगा, जहां पर ट्रक को पहले से प्री पोजीशन करवाया गया था। वो ट्रक भी जो इसमें मुलव्वस था, उसकी डिटेल्स भी आगे अभी हम इन्वेस्टिगेट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं और उसमें तफ्तीश अभी जारी है। तो ये सारी चीजें जो हैं ये पूरी तरह यही इंडिकेट करती हैं कि पाकिस्तान की जो एजेंसीज आईएसआई और इसकी जो आर्मी है, वो जो लॉन्चिंग के टाइम से पहले पूरी एक प्लानिंग करती है। आज भी अर्ली मॉर्निंग उनकी तरफ से ड्रोन के 2 अटेम्प्ट किए गए सांबा सेक्टर के ऊपर से। अच्छा, इससे पहले भी ड्रोन बार बार इस एरिया में उन्होंने इस्तेमाल करी है। हो सकता है कि ड्रोन के जरिए से वो पहले ही रूट की मैपिंग करते हों और किस रूट से लॉन्च करना है, उस रूट के हालात क्या हैं, उन सारी चीजों का जायजा पहले लेते हों।
So once the terrorists were sent in, the Jaish-e-Mohammed launched a couple of drones to try and create some kind of surveillance network. That also failed. But there are very tough questions that need to be asked, because this is, as everyone agrees, not going to be the last time that Pakistan attempts to send in terrorists, possibly even using the same sort of tunnel system in another part of the international border. Joining me live, I have 2 guests who know more about this subject than anyone else. Lieutenant General Syed Atta Hasnain is a former Corps Commander of the 15 Corps in Srinagar. With me also is Gaurav Sawant, our Senior Executive Editor, who is reported widely from the international border and the line of control. General Hasnain, welcome. Sir, you heard the IG of the BSF saying that this was perhaps the 9th or the 10th such tunnel that they have been able to uncover. What is your view of this tunnel system, sir? Because, you know, one would have imagined that if they had tried to use these tunnels for a while and failed to push in enough terrorists, they might use some other system. But it appears that these big tunnels, 20 feet deep, 150 meters long, clearly, you know, made with professional engineers, is a modus operandi that the Pakistanis still want to use, and successfully.
Absolutely, Shiv. Thank you for having me on your show. I listened very focusedly to what the IG, Mr. Jamwal, had to say.
Yes.
Entirely agree with him. This is not the first time. We've had number of cases. I remember the last 10, 12 years, number of times that the BSF has discovered tunnels. It's a rugged terrain. That area is rugged. Lots and lots of sarkanda, which is the high-growing grass, you know, in that area. So there is a lot of cover, and it allows. And then there are a lot of sounds of sometimes tractors and some other kind of things which keep taking place in the fields all around. So it's not difficult to actually cover your movement if you are digging somewhere in certain areas. And he's very right when he says it's being done professionally. Now, it shows the level of desperation. What has happened is you've seen in the north, in the Kashmir Valley, because of the very dense counter-infiltration grid, they've been able to limit infiltration to just about 32 infiltrators this year. The attempt is now to try and do it once again here. This is a dynamic process which keeps shifting. Sometimes to Poonch and Nowshera, sometimes to the valley, sometimes to the Samba area. The Samba area has got a particular advantage. And the advantage is the location of the road within 10 kilometers.
Yes.
Within 10 kilometers of the border, you have the road. You have a vehicle available there which you have sort of earmarked before through your networks. And your ability to move swiftly, either carry out a terrorist act within Punjab or within Jammu region, or make your way to the valley. So lots and lots of options are open here. This is the reason why this desperation is going on at the moment. And this is not the last time, as you very correctly said. Many more things are possible in the next couple of days, awaiting this event of the return of democracy to Kashmir.
And Gaurav, you know, the recovery of a couple of drones that, you know, the Pakistanis tried to send across, you know, some route maps that are apparently found on the, you know, on the terrorist person suggest that this was not, you know, some kind of a decoy. These terrorists were definitely on their way for something big.
Shiv, you're absolutely right. These terrorists had intended to launch a massive attack on the anniversary of 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks and to disrupt the DDC polls, the District Development Council polls. But the fact that both Mr. Jamwal and General Hasnain were pointing out, Shiv, these tunnels, and you know, we've seen these tunnels. Remember when that Pulwama bomber came, he used a similar route and a similar tunnel. 10 such tunnels have been discovered in the past. So while you have this elephant grass on the other side, Pakistan is mandated. It's a confidence building measure between India and Pakistan. The two sides will ensure that there is no elephant grass on either side. But Pakistan does not remove the elephant grass. They in fact carry out digging exercises in the vicinity so that the sound can be muffled through that open digging that happens in their area, while they use rubber-tipped equipment. Army engineers of Pakistan are involved in this while they dig, and this is very soft soil. It's a riverine area. It's soft soil in this area. So that is how they dig in. And it's a proper chain. You know, all the mud that comes out, it's taken behind. There are a lot of ditch cum bunds. So, you know, all the sand and mud is taken to a separate area so that is also not identified. So it's a scientific process that these terrorists and the Pakistan army, no difference between the two, they employ to push in infiltrators on our side. This time India got lucky because the mobile phone was being intercepted of the handler, and that is how the 4 terrorists were taken into the kill zone and neutralized. But these terrorists are a major cause for, these tunnels are a major cause for concern, Shiv.
You know, General Hasnain, this is something that is disturbing to all of us. What Gaurav said, that this time the security forces got lucky in some ways. Of course, it is down to hard work, monitoring, and, you know, listening in on these calls. Luck is certainly a part of it, given the number of different attempts that Pakistan makes to enter. Is it possible, General, and you are very familiar with this terrain and this sector, is it possible to monitor every single movement? And the reason I ask that is now, before the DDC polls, Pakistan will be even more desperate. Now that 4 of their guys have been intercepted, they will probably be even more desperate to send in people, perhaps through tunnels we haven't detected yet.
Absolutely, Shiv. There will be, although the Indian side, our side has a tremendous amount of technical capability to monitor various electronic systems which are there. But remember that in the field of electronic warfare, there is also a thing called manipulation. So while you are looking for all this and while you have got pickups, you have to be very careful of certain manipulations which are going on. You may be misled by a certain pickup while some other activity is going on in some other manner. For example, at the moment, we are all focused on the tunnels. We are all focused on Nagrota. We don't know that in the last 7-10 days, making use of this tunnel, maybe another group or 2 groups have already got through. And something may be, you know, cooking up inside the valley itself. So we have to have a 100% to the entire area, a full focus on surveillance, intelligence building, ensuring that the networks are all under our surveillance from time to time. That is the only way. You can see the fact that the network between Jammu and Srinagar for transportation is very much alive. This is exactly what happened to the bombers at the time of Pulwama. This is exactly what is still continuing to happen, despite all the excellent efforts which have gone on to try and bring down these networks. The network aspect has to be remembered by us and focused upon all the time.
I don't want this to ever, you know, leave our sight. The fact that what our security forces are doing on the ground is literally something where there can be no rest. There can be no let up. There can be no letting down their guard. They've got to monitor at all times. As General Hasnain very importantly pointed out, they have to sift between what could be, a decoy or a manipulation and what is the real thing. That is the kind of enemy they fight. That is the kind of enemy that Pakistan imposes on India through its terrorism, and it pushes them through these medieval-style tunnels, which are dug, as Gaurav said, with rubber-tipped equipment to make sure that nobody can actually detect them. In this particular case, the tunnel was not detected, but the terrorists were, because of a stray mobile conversation that was picked up. General Hasnain and Gaurav, always a pleasure. I always learn something when I speak to the both of you. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for giving us the latest on what you think of what is clearly a developing story that is not going to be over very soon. We'll keep a track of that for you. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with me.